another thing, right? Check this out. If you follow me, right? If you follow me, you watch my TikTok only because I date Lala, get the off my page.
I don't miss this. I don't like this. I hate everything about this. And that's the God honest truth.
3 months ago, probably like 4 months ago, he shot Girlalala already. And she got grazed from the bullet. It's on footage. Girlalala was in the passenger seat. He was in the driver's seat. He stand outside the driver's seat and took the gun, shot him.
Yo, face! Show your face, please! With sugar on top!
Alright y'all, so by now, I know most of us already know about the tragic passing of social media influencer Miami, aka Miss Girlalala, but unfortunately there's more to the story and more chilling details pertaining to the situation that none of us would know about if you wasn't close. This is because police reports and articles that have been put in the media are very vague and don't offer much information, as it's said that an investigation is underway. But there's close friends of Girlalala who knows more about the situation than anybody else, including past occurrences that aren't public until now. People who are close have been speaking out, and many of them are saying that they already kind of seen this coming due to the nature of Girlalala and his boyfriend's relationship. The boyfriend was clearly jealous, and it's already been revealed on social media. To him telling his followers who follow him because of Girlalala to stop following him, down to a DM that was exposed by someone close after Girlalala's death, showing the hatred that Shanoid had for Girlalala, and says that he don't even like him. Now, the boyfriend Shanoid White have already been arrested and charged with premeditated murder because police believe for whatever reason that he already had plans on doing this to Girlalala. And the fact that he unalived him just 2 weeks after being released from jail does show that he already had some type of built up animosity. Now also, I'm not going to show the whole video of the situation out of respect for the family, but I would show a peek of it as it's already circulating on social media. This isn't to be disrespectful, plus you can't really see him getting shot. This is just to further prove that he was the shooter, and he is seen with the firearm in his hand, as if it seemed like he goes over to Girlalala after the shooting and try to confirm that he was in fact shot. Now, like I said before, I'm not going to play anything further, and to be honest, in that video you really can't even see much. However, you do see the firearm in his possession, and it also proves that whatever took place happened inside of the car and nowhere else. Now, the video seems like someone recorded it off of their Ring camera, and I wish that they wouldn't have posted it, but as I always tell y'all, this is the time that we're living in, where for whatever reason, it's like people get a kick out of posting some of the most gruesome things and think that it's okay. I don't even know why someone would record something in their phone like someone bleeding out or getting shot or badly beating, because after you record it, what do you do with that video? Why would you even want to have something like that in your phone? Literally just to post it, and then what? Right? Now we're going to get into two story times of two women who were friends with Girlalala, and explains details pertaining to their relationship that many of us may not have been aware of. Then one of the women states that she was actually present when Shanoid shot Girlalala and said there's the video of the whole thing, in which we now know is true. So very interesting, but before we get into it, let me remind y'all, men and women out there, if there's any signs of you and your significant other where it's violence or police being called back to back because y'all always have disputes with each other, leave the relationship immediately. It may seem like nothing at first, but that's how these situations become very fatal and could have been prevented if others would have just paid attention to the signs. So let's get into the video, but before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
Go to Popeyes. I got her jail. She heard everything. You know, a boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're breaking up with me, and it's hard for me to go back straight because I went public with you. Yeah, I heard him said it on TikTok, and this was quote from a good friend of Lala, said the exact same thing. That's why they used to fight a lot. And I felt like, why are you putting that on Lala? Because you are a confused person.
Not to mention, for y'all that don't understand what she's trying to say, she's saying that Girlalala wanted to break up with him, and they did. But his thing was, you want to break up with me now, and I can't find nobody else, especially no other woman, because they all know that I'm basically, GAY. So I can't find another woman because they don't want to deal with me because they think I'm GAY or know I'm GAY. And I came out public and now nobody want nothing to do with me. But like she said, it's not Girlalala's fault that you're confused about what you want to do. If you remember, he put that video out there that he's trans attractive.
My preference, I like women. I like trans women, okay? What they call that is they call that being trans attractive. But I also like women. I'm not pansexual, because that means you date anybody. I'm not bisexual, because that means technically I like men. No. I like women and trans women. There's a name for that. It's called being trans attractive.
Right? That's one of these new words that got out there now.
If you're confused, do not put that on your spouse. Just distance yourself. I was told from a family friend that Girlalala was out for 2 weeks. And guys, bear with me, I don't want to cry. Girlalala was out for 2 weeks and he used to drive at the family friend house. So at this time, Girlalala was at a family friend house when she got out of jail. And he used to drive up and down, stalk Girlalala, be at the house when she got out of jail because Girlalala did not pop out. If you guys know Girlalala, she's on TikTok, she's on Instagram, she's always posting. Now, when Girlalala got out of jail, she told all her family friends, this is what a family friend told me. Girlalala didn't want nobody to know she was out of jail. No family friend know she was out of jail. She wanted to get her mental health back, get back on her feet, and get her situation together, and she did not want to be with him anymore. I was told that he knew that Girlalala did not want him anymore because of everything that was going on in jail and outside of jail. Okay?
And that's because when Girlalala was inside, what happens is he was on Instagram. Some people was accusing him of putting her down, saying crazy things because she's in jail, saying if you follow me, you can't follow her or vice versa. Some say he was cheating. There was a lot of theories and things going on while Girlalala was inside, and that's probably the reason why when he came out, he didn't want nothing to do with him.
Now, when the day of the crime scene, I'm going to get to the day of the crime scene, okay? This is what a family friend told me, and I read police paperwork. I can't show it, but I read it. So, guys, if y'all want to screen record, I'm about to get into details, okay? 3 months ago, probably like 4 months ago, he shot Girlalala already. And she got grazed from the bullet. She didn't want nobody to know. Nobody didn't know about that situation.
See, that's suffering in silence, right? When something like, first of all, if something happened like that, there's no way we could communicate after that. You literally tried to take my life, right? So I don't care what it is. We can't be friends. We can't be cordial. I don't want to see you. I don't even want to be in the same area as you. I don't trust you. You try to take my life. So the fact that Girlalala actually met up with him after the fact was kind of crazy, but who knows, right? We can't just put everything on him.
She got shot from him 3 months ago, like 3 months ago. And there's a police report of that. He already shot her before, but got grazed. Now, Girlalala got out of jail. That was like kind of right when she got out. Like after 3 months, there was fighting, bickering, she ended up going to jail. Girlalala did like 90 days or 100 days already. So when she got out, they was already on bad terms.
So they was already on bad terms because of the shooting. But now that I think about it, right? Once again, the law has failed them, right? The law has failed us. Because how is it that he was able to shoot and graze her and didn't get no type of penalty for it, right? Why wasn't he arrested? Because if you ask me, that's basically attempted murder. He tried to shoot, he grazed her, and thank God he did, because he would have been gone even then.
So The day of the crime scene, it was about approximately 6 p.m. when I read on the paperwork. Dispatch was called from the police. Dispatch was called from him, the shooter, her boyfriend. He called the police. Nobody called the police. He did not, what's the word I was saying? He did not say, he didn't leave the scene. He stayed on the scene. He didn't call self-defense, any of that. He called police. I was told from a friend that was at the house Girlalala was with at the time that she was living with, where she was staying at. It was at a family friend house. He picked Girlalala up around 3 to 5 o'clock. They came back probably 2 hours later. When they came back, they were sitting in the car together in front of the friend family house. When they sat outside in front of the friend family house, I seen it with my own eyes. There is a footage. It won't be out. It shouldn't come out. If people do have it, do not show it. The police have the footage. I'm telling you guys what I seen with my own eyes on footage. There is a footage.
You know what's crazy, right? Now that I think about it, because if y'all want, shout out to woolady, y'all can go to her page at woolady TV on Instagram, right? She's now defending herself because she's being accused of being the one that put out the video that's now circulating of the situation. But if you pay attention to this, she's basically saying it's not going to come out. She don't want it to come out, right? People have it, but they shouldn't put it out. The only people that have it is the police, as far as like if they could put it out. And this makes us wonder, because the police have been accused plenty other times of being the ones that put out these surveillance videos where people are being shot and unalive. Now, I'm not saying they did, but it's a mighty coincidence that when they get the video, suddenly it's being put out, right? And now they beefing and bickering between each other, thinking that they put the video out whole time. They don't know it could have been the police. I'm not saying they did, but I don't know. They've been accused too many times on too many occasions.
And I was able to get the footage. And when they sent me the footage, I got it and I went over it with the paperwork. In the footage, what I seen was they're sitting in the car. The footage clear as day. You can't miss it. You can't up. It's on footage. Girlalala was in the passenger seat. He was in the driver's seat. He stand outside the driver's seat and took the gun, shot him. It's on camera. He walked around the driver's seat, grabbed Girlalala by her hair, and like pulled her hair. From my perspective, it looked like he was trying to see if she was dead, or he was playing, or he didn't shoot her. He went around the car. Girlalala opened the door, fell out the door. He ended up catching her before she fell out the door and grabbed her by the hair. When he grabbed her by the hair, he seen her, and from my angle, it looked like another shot was fired. It was not self-defense. It was a criminal act. He knew what he was doing. He ran to the door, to the family door, knocked on the door. They didn't open it, and I figured the family opened it because they probably thought he would have shot them too. And when he come back from the door, he ended up calling the police. When he called the police, Girlalala's on like halfway out the car, tilting, fighting for her life. And he's like, you'll say like checking if she's like really dead. I think you could say blacked out, a nasty, disgusting person. There was no remorse. There was no remorse at all. He stayed on the scene. They arrested him on the scene in a police paperwork. He did speak to. This is something that I'm lost of words right now. I'm trying to bear with it because it's sad.
You know, it could be one or two things. He stayed on the scene so he can probably, I guess, play the self-defense role later on and say, well, I'm the one that called y'all because, as you can see, this is why I called, because it was self-defense, or maybe he just don't have it all. Maybe he knew that it was no running anyway, right? So it's one of two things. Like I said, he either trying to play the self-defense role, or he just felt that it was no sense in running, and he had that much anger built inside of him that he rather took his life and not care about it as long as he's not here no more. You know the type of hatred you gotta have for somebody to know that it's a possibility that your freedom is over, but you don't care because you rather just do this? Sheesh.
That was some disgusting, nasty from him. For that to be your loving partner, for you to sit there and take out a weapon and shoot your partner in the same exact vehicle you were just in, that you guys just came in went to go get food with, for you to sit there and shoot your partner over an argument that could have got handled or separated, that need to die with it. I don't give a fuck. I don't wish death on anyone, but that video just showed how nasty and disgusting and no-hearted people is in the world. For you to sit there and patiently get out the vehicle and lift up your firearm and shoot your firearm, then to go around the car to check to see if your loving partner is dead is very, very disgusting. I need you guys to support Girlalala. Be here for Girlalala. This is someone she truly loved. This is somebody that she supported. This is somebody we watched, she laughed with, smiled with, cried with, asked us for help on Instagram. This is the nastiest domestic violence situation. We would usually see black eyes. We would usually see like fighting and stuff, but for me to see with my actual own eyes of a domestic violence shooting situation, it was nasty. It's disturbing. I'm speechless. I really don't know what words to even come out right now, because for me to even come on here to tell you guys, as Stacy, I would never do this, but woolady, as a blogger, you guys come to me and ask me, truly what happened. I'm telling you guys with my own eyes that I witnessed it. I seen it on footage. There's actual footage that is in possessions of someone's hands. And be there for the dad, be there for the family. I'm going to add Broward Youngin. If you are a family or friend of Broward Young, Girlalala, you guys want to join the live, you definitely can. I spoke to women that told me this part. Girlalala did not want to be with him anymore. Now.
So that's the motive. And I think we all know the motive now. So, because he put it online himself, right? He's already been exposed in that DM where he's basically telling the other, I don't know if it was a woman or a man or whatever, but telling her that the reason why he can't get girls no more, girls don't look at him, is because they know him for being in a relationship with Girlalala, right? And then we already seen himself call himself trans attractive, whatever that word is. So there's a motive right there, and this seemed like it was already built up. Remember, it's only 2 weeks since Girlalala was out of jail, right? What would make you that mad unless you already had that anger built up and knew what you wanted to do? Simple.
This man sat on TikTok and told us he's straight. This man sat on TikTok and told us that he's straight. And you popped out with a trans woman. He wanted to go back. This is what another family friend told me. He wanted to go back into being straight after you came out, and he was fighting demons, he was fighting thoughts, and he was putting that on Girlalala, and was draining her. He was draining her. This is what I was told. Girlalala was sitting here doing makeup, doing promo, doing acting scenes. She was on Now That's TV. She was marketing people business. We know Girlalala for sitting on Instagram, being the It's girl, supporting the trans, supporting men that wanted to come out gay. Girlalala was one of the first trans women to get on this internet and show us confidence, show us love, show us support, show trans women that you guys can do it too. Like, you guys can come out, you guys can dress up, you guys can feel loved. You know understand what I'm saying? And for us to lose someone in Miami. Girlalala was a very big trans woman in Miami. She was loving. She was caring. She was very supportive. There's nobody can say nothing nasty about Girlalala. There's not one thing you can see nasty about her. Very, very, very beautiful woman. I'm gonna add Bima, her family and friends. Bima, I'm gonna add Bima right now. This is her family friend. And guys, give me time. I'm gonna make it his birthday. I need time, because what I seen was disturbing. Bima is Girlalala family. Bima, I clicked it. Bree. I think Bree. Hello?
Hi, woolady. So I just want to make this clear. I was the one that was there when the whole situation happened. I have the video. So whoever has the video, please be respectful for his family, my family, because Girlalala stayed with me. That's my little brother.
Oh, so it's more than one person that had that video then, right? But the thing is, if it's more than one person, usually the video had to come from one place, right? In order for everybody to have it, either you was there or it was caught on Ring camera, you recorded it somehow, whatever it is. But they should know who got the video, and at the end of the day, it should be that easy to know who leaked the video. Because let's say 5 people got it. You ask 5 people, and I think out of the 5, you could kind of get a grip of who's liable to do something like that or not. Sad situation still, because I don't understand why people leak stuff like that, but yeah.
So please be respectful for his family. Please do not go spreading the video around. Nobody should have the video but I and the police. Simple as that. But what you said is very accurate, and it is true. If you're in a domestic situation, please walk away. It's not worth your life. Period. Point blank.
Yes, and
that's all I had to say.
And you don't have to worry about me showing nothing with no video.
I appreciate it, but nobody else should know anything. I was the one that was there.
Yeah.
Nobody, no friends, no family, but I and my peoples was there. Yeah. So whoever telling you they was there, that is a lie.
Okay.
I witnessed everything. That is a lie. Nobody was there but I.
Okay.
All right, so basically she's saying that, so if she was the only one that was there with the family, then nobody else should have that video then, but her and the police. Woo Lady says she's seen it. I don't think she said it was in her possession though. So if the girl right here is saying that she stayed with the girl, right? If she had the video and she gave it to the police and those are the only 2, then who else got the video out there? Unless another family member did it sneakingly, or this is crazy. Anyway, we're going to get to another woman who explains that she was speaking to Girlalala while she was incarcerated before she came out this last time, and explain that Girlalala was on a different type of time. She was trying to fix herself mentally, physically, financially, and she didn't want nothing to do with the boyfriend. So she also explains a lot of information that we kind of don't know, and you will only know if you was around Girlalala personally. Let's get into what she had to say.
There's a lot of things that I can talk about, and there's a lot of things that I can address, but there's only one thing that I actually want to share. When Lala was last incarcerated, she would call me. She would call me, or she would have Beamer to call me, and we would talk. And we talked about everything, of course, but one thing we would always talk about was her relationship. And she would share things with me that one wouldn't share with the internet. So she knew how deeply I felt for the current relationship she was in, because I never sugarcoated nothing with her. One of me and Lala's last conversation, and I'm gonna try to say this while keeping myself together. One of our last conversations, I said, "Sister, do you know about the Bible? Did you grow up, in church?" And she said, "Yes, sister, I know about the Bible." I said, "I know." She said, "I know about the Bible." I said, "Well, there's a story in the Bible about this lady, and they went to rescue her from this town. And when they was rescuing her, they told her that she could not look back." And I said, she looked back and she ended up turning into a pillar of salt. I say, sister, you on a wave right now that you gotta ride. You calling me 1 minute telling me you want to do the wigs. You took the wig class with the girl like you told me you was going to do. I don't know which one of y'all girls. But I say, people would come get their hair done from you just because it's you. Brands will work with you with wigs and stuff just because it's you. You got this wave, you got to ride it. You can't keep getting pulled back into situations like the lady in the story that I was telling her about. And she said, yes, sister, I know. That's why when I get out, I'm going to do my big one. I'm going to pop out. I'm going to do my makeup. We're going to do this week. Me and Lala sat on the phone giving each other captions on this phone call. I think what's hurting me so bad, and I don't even really think hurting or sad is a word that I could actually use to describe how I've been feeling these last couple of days. I think what's bothering me so bad is the fact that I can't understand why in the middle of that conversation, God allowed me to remember the story of Lot's wife to give Lala just to take her away. I think that's what is bothering me so heavily, like to the point I'm trying to pull myself together to be able to speak, because you know, when you get on camera crying, people will pick on you and they'll talk about you and they'll say it's not genuine. And it's like only me, God, and Lala really knows what was discussed on these phone calls, you know? So it's like,
sometimes people do that for attention, though, especially in a situation like this that's high profile. Everybody's talking. A lot of people would do it for views and attention, but you can clearly see that this is something that's really bothering her, right? Like she didn't have to do this, but she just wanted to get that side out there because a lot of people have put their own narratives out there. Oh, Lala is this, she's that, she should have left. And it's easier said than done, and I understand that. And sometimes people, when they play with fire, they get burned, unfortunately. But this girl don't seem like she's chasing clout, right? It look like she's really going through it as she's trying to tell her side of the story.
I'm just battling with the fact that why was I given something in the midst of a conversation? I don't know if it was a prophecy. Did I speak something over her life? And it's really, really bothering me. And I didn't know Lala for all of maybe 2 years. And when I tell y'all, Lala was so genuine. And that girl, that Maurice Harrison, iCloud was busted through my phone every other. Sister, look at this. I'm finna wear this. That all black with that red wig. We sat on the phone putting that look together. Sister, I'm finna wear this. What you think? Ooh, your son too raw every time I turn around. Ooh, sister, I watched your YouTube video. It just was so much love. It was just so genuine with her. When she went to jail, we sit on the phone. Girl, Beamer told me this. Beamer told me that. Beamer, you messy too for telling that girl all that tea that was going on. Nonetheless, I'm just so grateful to see this girl getting all the love and support she deserves. And I'm trying so hard to refrain from attacking all these people with these false narratives. Like, I'm just trying to keep it cool and just respect my sister and just use this as a time to celebrate.
All right, y'all. So that was pretty much it, man. Unfortunately, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of narratives that's being placed out there. And I know it's easier to point the finger, easier to say that somebody is this and that when they go through a situation, but a lot of times you don't know how hard it is, right? Unless you're going through it. It's easier to point fingers. It's easier to act like you would do something if you was in the situation. But until you actually go through it, I feel you really can't place too much judgment, man. But either way, this is a very common situation, whether it's in the LGBTQ community or the straight community. This is something that is very, very serious, and it plagues our community where domestic violence is a very big thing, right? So here you have it. There's a little more clarity to the situation. Because like I said earlier, there's not much information that the articles from the media was giving us, but her friends are speaking up and saying that this man has always clearly been abusive, whether it was verbal, physical, the whole 9 yards, because he couldn't deal with the fact that she didn't want to be with him no more. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping.